Next on Worcester News tonight, a well-known building in downtown Worcester is sold. Some businesses inside the Midtown Mall say they are not worried about its future. Plus, April showers may bring May flowers, but is there such a thing as too much rain? A look at what we can expect for plants and flowers this season. But first tonight, a Worcester man wanted for multiple charges is arrested at Hope Cemetery after attending funeral services for a family member. Good evening, I'm Olivia Lemon. Massachusetts State Police say 21-year-old Kia Snell Pinheiro was arrested for allegedly threatening to kill a pregnant woman. Police say Pinheiro is believed to be a member of the Blood Street Gang. They say they received information he may attend a funeral service Friday and set up surveillance around Hope Cemetery. The State Police Gang Unit and Violent and Fugitive Apprehension Section had been working to locate Pinheiro for several days. Well, switching gears now, the sun finally making an appearance in Worcester today and starting to feel like spring, but can we expect it to stay? Let's get a first look at our local forecast with meteorologist Pamela Gardner.
Hey, good evening. First 5 days of May in Worcester have been very chilly, 50s and 40s, and the lack of sunshine. It was completely different than last year during this time. We had high temperatures in the 80s and 60s, and it was very, very warm on May 3rd, 86 degrees for the high temperature compared to 56 degrees for this year. Well, we're finally starting to get a little warmer the next couple of days as we have some of the sunshine helping to warm up our temperatures. And this afternoon, we had highs in the 50s, some 60s out there across Worcester County, and it felt finally like spring. 55 degrees for this evening, full sunshine, and then mostly clear by 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, falling back down into the mid-40s. A few clouds overnight in our forecast as well. This evening will stay in the 50s under that mostly clear sky. And overnight tonight, a few clouds roll into the forecast, but going into tomorrow morning, we keep the forecast mostly dry as well as mostly clear. Temps in the mid-40s to low 50s. In our forecast coming up, I'm tracking a couple showers and some thunderstorms after we see warmer temperatures on Tuesday, dry Wednesday, then a cool, rainy end of the week. See you in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Pamela. A well-known property in downtown Worcester is sold for $4 million. The Midtown Mall has been a topic of conversation for years. Some tenants say it's a great place to start a business, but the city was worried it was underutilized. Our Rosalind Flaherty joins us now with the latest. Rosalind.
Olivia, the mall was sold last week. The WRA says they were told by the owner renovations are coming, but they say they want to see those plans actually happen. Tenants at the Midtown Mall in Worcester say they are hopeful after the property sold for $4 million.
Doesn't change anything. The puzzle may shift a little bit, but we'll be here as long as we can stay here.
I don't think, they would say, okay, you have to close up and go.
Last month, the WRA gave owner Dean Marcus 30 days to come up with a plan to improve the property. On Friday, he sold the mall and adjacent 5-story commercial property to Felicio Lana, the owner of Northeast Properties.
We're looking forward to meeting with Mr. Lana and see what his plans are. He's indicated he has plans to renovate the building.
Worcester's Chief Development Officer Mike Traynor says he wants to see those plans come into fruition. He says nothing is set in stone yet, but says Lana mentioned raising the rent. Lorna Ellis bought For You Bridal and Prom 2 weeks ago. She says hopefully that doesn't happen and says she's not concerned about the future of her business.
There's always other building and storefronts. If that is the case, then we can always say we can move to a different location. But I think downtown is prime for something like this.
Tenants say they haven't met the new owner yet, but have heard things will remain the same and are excited about potential renovations.
We're in a perfect spot, 5 minutes away from everything. In business, you got to take those risks, and maybe this is a good one, but time will tell.
We reached out to the owner for comment, but have not heard back. Live in Worcester, Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
A cash register and equipment are just some of the items stolen from a baseball field house at Vernon Hill Park. Eastside Babe Ruth organizers say this isn't the first time someone broke into the field house. In the past, the league's president has asked city officials to install surveillance cameras or better safety measures. They say it's upsetting someone would break into a place where kids go to have fun.
Starting to get aggravating now. This is the second time since November that this has happened. And I believe at least 5 times that this has happened up here.
Worcester police are investigating the break-in. Organizers say they believe the most recent one occurred late Saturday night. Doctors at UMass Memorial Medical Center are taking advantage of technology to help fight the opioid epidemic. The program, called Telesude, stands for Telemedicine Substance Use Disorder Evaluation. It allows physicians to consult with patients over video conference. They say there is only a short window of time after an opioid overdose occurs to when someone is willing and able to enter treatment. If the doctor can't get to campus immediately to speak with them, this program will help.
Allows us to take a targeted substance use history, for example, identifying any coexisting psychiatric illness, prior treatments, and things that allow us to tailor treatment to the individual.
And doctors say some people may feel more comfortable to share information with someone over video chat rather than direct face-to-face. Today is Melanoma Monday. It kicks off Skin Cancer Awareness Month. Melanoma is the most dangerous type of skin cancer, but if detected early, it can be curable. Doctors encourage people to wear sunscreen every day of an SPF of 30 or higher and to visit your dermatologist or primary care physician every year to check spots on your body.
Most important thing is prevention, so avoid unnecessary ultraviolet damage. Try to avoid sunburning, be good with your sunscreens. Look at your skin. So don't be afraid to look, because most of the time people know if something is changing or looks funny.
And the Skin Cancer Foundation says for the first time ever, the survival rate is improving due to advances in treatment of advanced melanoma. Well, it was a rainy April across central Massachusetts. Worcester even topped the 5 wettest cities in the country, coming in 4th for the month of April. Bigelow Nurseries in Northborough says some plants love cool, damp weather. Shrubs have been holding onto their blooms longer than usual, but they say if customers can be patient and not work in the mud, it will be better for the flowers. Now their concern is the rain doesn't continue too much over the summer.
What we're hoping is that a wonderful petri dish for fungus is hot and wet. So what we're hoping is that as the weather gets warmer, that we become a little bit more seasonal and have at least 2 days in a row that it's not raining.
And Bigelow says May and June are typically their busiest times of the year, especially with Mother's Day this weekend. 2 students from Central Massachusetts are leading their class at Assumption College. Valedictorian Zachary Fournier is from Holden. He was able to commute from home and serve on many different campus groups like the Men's Vocational Discernment Group. Fournier says he was still able to meet with groups weekly and form friendships while living at home.
I went to St. Peter Marian for high school. It's a very small school here in Worcester, and I got a very similar feel here from the minute I stepped on campus. Assumption's really been a platform for my growth on a number of levels, and I'm very thankful that I was able to spend 4 really awesome years here.
And salutatorian Julia Demkowis is from Shrewsbury. She lived on campus, but says being close to home made it easy to keep in touch with family. She was also this year's Student Government Association president.
I could have commuted, but I made the choice to live on campus because I wanted to be close to where everything was happening. I was always a homebody, so I wanted to experience that full college life, and I'm so thankful for it.
More than 660 students are graduating from Assumption this Sunday. The valedictorian and salutatorian are chosen from a pool of applicants ranking in the top percentile of their class.